Welcome back, YouTube. Welcome back. Good morning. Happy Monday. I usually prefer to go live on Sundays, but it was a holiday weekend, so I had to take some time off. But thanks for joining me, guys. I'm going to let the room fill up for a second. Give me one moment because my camera looks a little fuzzy, right? Hold on a second. Let me make sure I have my Wi-Fi on. Because I have done entire lives without realizing my Wi-Fi wasn't on. And then, yeah, didn't work out. So, yeah, welcome back. So I hope everyone had a great holiday. Thank you for joining me on this Monday. I actually have today off, and I'm so excited because I don't like Mondays. And so I knew I had a long holiday weekend, and I was like, I need to take Monday off to like recuperate. So I took today off from my other job. Well, I don't consider YouTube a job, but from my real job, so that I could have today to get caught up and get my brain back in order. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing my readings today. I have 4 zodiac signs left: Taurus, Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra. All of them are done. All of them are completed. I just have to upload them. So I got up bright and early this morning on my day off. I don't ever have an actual day off, it feels like. And I got all of those done. And then I wanted to go live and do a weekly for you guys because I missed you yesterday. And see what we have going on for you. So, my lighting is killing me right now because it's kind of like dark and dreary out, and I don't know. Every once in a while the sun wants to peek through, but for the most part it's kind of icky. But whatever. Anyways, so if you're new to me, welcome. I got a lot of new people. I think I'm a little past 46,000 now, so that's cool. Well, I'm going to have some coffee with you and chat for about 10 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and get started with the readings. If you don't like the chat portion, come back in 10 minutes. Sorry for ya. If you're watching the replay, you can check the timestamps below if you'd like to skip forward to your zodiac sign. But otherwise, I'm going to chat with you guys for a minute. Is it snowing and raining in Rhode Island? Ugh, Monica. Can't. I mean, it's not bad here. It's not cold. It's just kind of like murky. Like the weather has been kind of murky. I don't think I have any of my I don't have any of my moderators in here, do I? I might have to make someone a moderator. Anybody want to be a moderator? Hey, Colleen, welcome back. Thank you for those of you who purchased memberships. So let me tell you, you can subscribe for free, and I appreciate any of my subscribers. Certainly don't feel pressured to join my members club. But if you want additional live chats, for instance, last weekend I went live and I did a few private readings for the people that showed up in the chats. If you want access to things like that and behind the scenes videos, photos that I don't share on my public page, then you can become a member. There's 3 different levels of membership you could purchase. 99 cents is the cheapest one, and I'll still make sure you get the bang for your buck. You could do $4.99 and get a little bit more access than you would to things like the live chat, and then for $19.99 you get all of it plus some. So check that out if you haven't. And yeah, so let me tell you guys about my Thanksgiving weekend. I hosted Thanksgiving this year, and I love to host Thanksgiving because I like to cook. Like I can't say like I'm the best cook. I'm the worst baker, and there's a difference between baking and cooking. Let me tell you that, because I can't bake to save my life, but I can cook. And I'm not like any Julia Childs, but I'm really passionate about it because to me, like if I cook for you, I love you. Like, period. Because I show love through cooking, or cleaning for you, or like I'm a very practical person in how I show love. So to me, like when I'm cooking a meal, I don't even really care what it's going to taste like. And let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, by the time it's cooked, I don't even care to eat it at that point. Uh, but I love doing it because I love cooking for people, for other people, because I want to see them enjoy it. And to me, it's just a way that I show affection. I don't know. And who says Aquariuses aren't affectionate? I may not be like the cuddliest, coziest sign, but I do take care of the people I love. So, like, if you're in my bubble and I love you, if you need $1, I'll give you that dollar. If you need a place to stay, I'll give it to you. You need money, food, I'll cook for you. My door will always be open to you. That's how I express love as an Aquarius. But I'm not the type to like coddle you. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the type to be like, oh, sweetie baby. I'm more like, come on in, door's open. Make yourself a sandwich. I don't know. One time, I don't know if I should tell this story. I'm gonna tell it. One time I met these two people through someone else I knew, and me and that one person got into a very hurtful argument, actually. And so I ended up leaving, going back to my place with these two people that I just met through a mutual friend. And like, in the way home, they kind of rode home with me. The girls started telling me that they didn't have anywhere to stay that night. Like, the person that I just had the outs with, was they were supposed to stay there, and that I didn't realize that they were essentially homeless. So I offered my house to them, and I let them stay in my apartment that night. And I didn't know these people at all, but I felt so much empathy for them, and they seemed really nice. But that's how I show love. Yep. That's not the craziest thing I've ever done. I have a bad habit of taking in people that I should not be taking in because I want to help them, but that's one example. All right, so I'm gonna shuffle my cards. But yes, and if you're an Aquarius, you know exactly what I mean, because Aquarius will be like, we'll take in anybody. And I never told anybody that story. So actually, like, if my sister or my family or anybody's watching, they're probably going to be very mad at me that I accepted strangers into my home and let them stay. But actually, they were the nicest people, and I wish them both very, very well. And I wish the person that was involved, that I don't talk to anymore, very well. But yeah, I did that. Like, single white female invites two homeless people to stay in her home. Yeah, me. That's who would do it. Me. I don't know. But I don't know how we got on that subject. So, in addition to hosting Thanksgiving, I went to Great Wolf Lodge for a Friendsgiving. So, like, my kids grew up in the same neighborhood as their best friends, and they're all like 8, 9 years old now. So, I mean, literally, like, me and my neighbor both had our babies at the same exact time, and we're best friends with them as well. So, we went to Great Wolf Lodge, and we all bought matching onesies. The onesie pajamas for adults. We all wore matching onesies, all 8 of us, including our children. And oh my God, that place is so magical, but at the same time, terrifying. Terrifying. Especially if you don't like crowds, and I hate crowds. But Great Wolf Lodge is pretty cool. Like, if you haven't gone there, it only costs you like an arm and a leg. But it's totally worth it because there's so many things for the kids to do. And we had a blast. We had so much fun. But at the same time, holy anxiety. Like, if you don't like being around people, it's probably not the place for you. It's just you, Southern RN, so I hope there aren't any trolls in here. I might have to make someone else a moderator, but it's Monday morning, so. Is it your first time watching me live? Well, hey, Jay. I like to blab before I start. Anyways, yeah. It's not for the faint of heart, Great Wolf Lodge, because about like the 7th hour in, I was like, I'm so done with this place. Like, it's a lot of stimulus and it's a lot of people. And I've noticed as I get older, I like crowds less and less and less and less. And yeah, I got quite irritable towards the end, but it was still fun. Never heard of Great Wolf Lodge? It's like a hotel it's like the best hotel in the world for kids. Not in the world, but you get what I'm saying. All right, so I have the day off and I want to enjoy it, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I have some Christmas shopping I need to do today, and I'll probably end up buying something for myself because we all know that Christmas shopping to me means me shopping. Somehow I'll justify ending up in the bookstore because I think that I need to go there for my millionth book. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started. So Aries, does anybody mind time stamping before I start? Or being a moderator, if you don't mind. Thank you, Southern RN. Christmas shopping stresses me out, Gemini, love. This stresses me out. But I need to get it done, so we'll see. Aries, this upcoming week. So I'm going to do the general energies for the upcoming week and see what you have going on here. We're going to go Aries through Pisces. I've got Aries out already. So Aries, you have the 6 of Wands here and the Sun card. Oh, I did not want all of these. All right. Which is about recognition and happiness. So I love that for you, Aries. It's getting that recognition you deserve, you know, tapping into your more energetic side, your more enthusiastic side. To me, the Sun too also speaks of a childlike energy to a high degree that is certainly wonderful to carry around that youthfulness inside of us. To a negative degree, it can be a bit naive or a bit childish type of energy. So watch that. You could be certainly dealing with another fire sign, okay, because I have all fire out so far. And then I'm not going to read all of these because I don't have all day, but you have the 7th house of relating, and then the card of Saturn, which talks about wisdom, and then the Virgo card. So I feel like this is asking you to keep your wits about you this upcoming week, okay? Something about the way you relate in relationships also having a link to your ability to create and your ability to push your passions forward, and noticing that nothing in life is like, everything in life is connected to something else, right? Like, we don't live our life in silos. Like, it's not just like, this part of me is career, this part of me is love. We like to segment it out like that, Aries, but truthfully, it's all connected. So like, you may, you know, things bleed into into other areas of your life. That's normal. But something about the way you relate to others impacting that this upcoming week. I actually just used these decks in I'm going to use these in the readings I just did. So then you have the 8 of Pentacles. And the 9 of Pentacles. Holy cow, Aries. The song I wanted to sing was Here Comes the Sun. I think that's the Beatles. It's all right. Definitely building up, becoming more self-sufficient. Some of you, this is all within career or finances and putting your hard work and energy into that, and it's creating abundance and it's creating self-sufficiency. Okay, so I like that. And it kind of evens things out, because I feel like when things are going good in that arena of your life, it makes you more even tempered in other areas of your life. Okay. For others of you, it's the opposite, where this is relationship and it's making you more even tempered in the career arena or with your money. But I think that, this is putting attention and time and energy into things that fulfill you passionately this week. It's a more of an independent vibe. So I feel like you are not necessarily needing anyone's assistance here or help. It's more of like I do my own thing, I run my own race, that type of vibe, right? I feel like it's I have a song in my head. It's Imagine Dragons. That's what it is. Whip, whip, run me like a racehorse, pull me like a ripcord. That's such an Aries song. And I don't know the name of it, but whatever it takes, that's what it is. I do whatever it takes. Don't mind my terrible singing. Go look that song up, whatever it takes. I feel like don't let your mind get into your own way here, okay? Because with the Eight of Swords here, it's like getting all obsessed or in your head about whatever it is that you want to build on or be recognized for or get attention for, and or getting overly stressed about it. So that's a caution. I feel like in due time, all good things come in due time. And you have the Six of Pentacles now with the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like, that clock is ticking here, and you are making progress, even if you don't feel like you're making progress this week, into a more independent type of stance. Okay, you're putting yourself into this position where you are the one that has the ability to give, to be generous of your time, of your energy, and I feel like you're utilizing that strength, okay, during this upcoming week. I don't see like other people involved here. I really don't. I think it's all about you. Now I have another song in my head. Oh, I hope the whole thing doesn't go this way. This is like the third song. All I want is you. You, 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 you. We got options, but I want to let you know that I decided. I don't know who sings that. It's like, I got options, but I want to let you know that I've decided. All I want is me. The song lyric is you, but I feel like you'll be saying me. So I don't know. Emotional fulfillment to be had, though, here. Ten of Cups, Some of you it is with another person, particularly if you're dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. But I also have Earth here, air, and water. I feel like this self-sufficient buildup is going to take time, but eventually over time is going to push you into the Ten of Cups energy, which is feeling more emotionally fulfilled, where you can make it about someone else. But right now you need to make it about you. Yeah. All right, so that's what I have for you, Aries. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, if you click the join and you become a member while I'm live, it'll give you a little super chat thing and I can give you a shout out. Just FYI. And I'm going to be posting some other videos later this week. Maybe later today as well. Taurus. Yes. Taurus, you have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is all about support, comfort, building upon that career, money, wealth. I actually got the Ten of Pentacles in your December monthly reading. It's not up yet, but it will be up later today. So check that out when it comes out. So I'm actually gonna put this one back because I don't feel that one, but I'm gonna take a note of it. The other card you had out is Pisces, which is the mystic. Could be dealing with one or have that in your chart, or it's just the energy around you. This is all about compassion and healing and empathy. And let me tell you, I haven't posted your December reading yet, but that is exactly what it was about. It was about empathy. It was about consideration for others, and tapping into that humanitarianistic side of you, Taurus. And so I see that here again, okay? So I feel like it's a very spiritual type of energy, but at the same time grounded in reality, you know what I'm saying? So not becoming impractical with it, you know, not becoming so empathetic to others that you let them cross your own boundaries, that you can see it from both sides of the coin, but also you can establish, you know, what your boundaries are. And I feel like that's going to be important during this upcoming week. Be careful, you know, not to go into like an escapist type of energy. Some of you might want to kind of escape your responsibilities during this week, especially since it's Monday. So watch that. The Knight of Wands is here. So I feel like, yeah, it's... I feel like you're being responsible, but honestly, you'd rather be somewhere else this week. Like some of you, your brain didn't come back from Thanksgiving vacation yet. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're putting in the time and energy, but your brain's kind of like in la la land or something. I don't know. You got something like that going on this upcoming week. I don't think you're going to let it stop you from taking action. You know, this is an action-oriented energy and from moving things forward, okay? Obviously a possibility of travel here, okay? So I feel like you're going to push yourself out of maybe what you want, and what you want is probably your comfort zone. And yeah, the Chariot. So I feel like the energy is going to be moving pretty fast this week, but moving you into more of a stable energy here with the Four of Wands. Some of you could be dealing with the Cancer or a fire sign, okay? I feel like you have people around you, Taurus, that really support you and what you believe in, okay? And I feel like even though you may emotionally distance yourself, I don't feel like it's an emotional distance. I feel like your head is somewhere else at some points during this week. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you for purchasing a membership. Appreciate you. Hey, Carmen, you made it. All right. I missed you. So I feel like, yeah, Taurus, I don't feel it's on an emotional level. Here's how I feel, Taurus. Like, you are, one of the gifts of being a Taurus is that you can put all of yourself and all of your energy into whatever it is you have at hand right now. You know, so like you don't typically have a problem being present in the present moment, because Taurus is fully present and you have an extremely high stamina. The problem is what you get so focused is that you don't see the surrounding area. You know what I'm saying? It's like a horse walking with blinders on. It's like you get so laser freaking focused that you don't see like what's going on around you sometimes, or you don't see the red flags before they hit you, those types of things. So like that's a caution. this upcoming week, okay? Because you might be going so towards your goals with those blinders on, you may escape, or a detail may escape your brain, or you might not have all the information. Like, I sense a bit of a haze type of energy here. But I like that it ends on the Four of Wands, which is, kind of being on the top of your game, the High Priestess. So your intuition will catch up with you, don't worry. So if you miss something or an obvious detail, your intuition will clue you in this week, and it will tap you on the shoulder and say, hello. I think that some of you are really getting interested into the more spiritual nature of yourself, for whatever reason that is. And I think that that actually is being encouraged for you to maybe seek a higher guidance, or tap into your own guidance. Or for some of you, it may not have anything to do with spirituality necessarily, but learning something new is somehow tied to your spiritual self. Okay, so, and if you're connecting what you love and where your spiritual self is and your passions, it will eventually turn into the Ten of Pentacles, which is wealth. So invest wisely there. I like this, Taurus. Your December reading was pretty good as well. And like I said, that'll be up either later today or tomorrow. I've already recorded it though. All right, so that was Taurus. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sag, Pisces, or Earth sign like yourself, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. So I usually don't try to do this many readings in one day. I did 4 readings before I went live, and usually my cutoff is 3. So if these are a little bit shorter than usual, that's why. Like, I can literally feel my brain attention going away. It's draining on your brain, these readings. It really is. If you're doing them right, anyways. Cancer. Cancer, you have the Strength card here and the Four of Wands. So it's all about, courage and freedom. So the Four of Wands represents freedom in this deck. Some of you could be dealing with a Leo or on the cusp of Leo. Others of you, it's like having the courage to stick up for what you want during this week. Wanting to stand on your own 2 feet, not wanting to depend on other people. Having the courage to demand your right to choose. Interesting energy. And then you have Scorpio energy out, which I saw a Scorpio Cancer link in the December reading. Some of you might be dealing with the Scorpio, but you don't have to be. This could just be in your energy. This is about changes and transformation. This could be a very intense week for you, especially with 2 major arcanas out here. So watch any obsessive nature, don't become self-destructive or manipulative during this time frame, because that's not going to get you what you want. Okay, so tap into the higher vibration of this energy, which is intense, yes, passionate, yes, but also resourceful and regenerative, So let's see how that pans out for you, Cancer. So you have the 5, I don't know if I can hold the card, the 5 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles here. So I feel like this is all about letting go of past regrets this upcoming week and freeing yourself from that. And it's hard to do that. It's hard to get out of our minds, and I was just giving this speech to a different Zodiac sign, but It's 90% of the battles that we fight in life are up here. You know, it's our ruminating thoughts, it's our emotions, it's the things we can't escape, it's the bubble of energy that we carry around with us all the time, right? As human beings, like I feel like your headspace could really get in your way, and you're being asked to kind of come out of that and you know, I guess use that energy in a more constructive way as opposed to a destructive way, right? So, Six of Pentacles usually talks about equal give and take, but in this deck, it talks about time and the concept of time. So, I feel like some of you keep putting something off because you think, oh, it's not the right time, or I have enough time, or yes, I will conquer that, but I'll conquer that tomorrow. Or, you know, like you have a timeline in your head. And a lot of people do that. Think of how many people, and you're one of them, and I'm one of them, because we all do it. We go through life and we say, I'm going to make that change. I'm going to quit that habit tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes, and you're like, well, today was a bad day, so I'm going to start the next day. And then the next day comes, and the next year comes, and the next 10 years come, and before you know it, you just have accepted that you're never going to do it. What stopped you from doing that? What stopped you from making that change? Making a free, you know, a free break from that habit, from that person, from that thought. What stopped you? Nothing. Only, you know, the thought that you'll do it another time, which is just a thought, and you can change your thoughts. And this is a really interesting and specific message for Cancer. So there is no perfect time if that's what you're waiting for. It's asking you to have the courage to free yourself from that concept and release yourself from this obsession. Or you could be dealing with someone like that. So I don't think I have any other messages. You could apply that. Yeah, then there's justice here once you're able to do that. Justice card. Balance. So, some of you are dealing with a Leo. If you're dealing with a Leo or Scorpio or Libra in specific, I feel like either you or this person is very stuck in your head and your heart and your emotions, and it's going to take time, but you will be freed of this, and you will have balance here. That's if you're dealing with those three signs in particular. For the rest of you, it's just this energy of taking these emotions and these thoughts and transforming them into something more resourceful, letting it regenerate you as opposed to degenerate you. And I feel like you have the strength to do that this week. You also have time on your side, but don't wait till the right time, right? Because it's never the wrong time, and it's never the right time. It's what you make it. So like I said, I have Libra, Scorpio, Leo. Could be to a lesser degree Aquarius, Gemini, Pisces, Cancer. You know what's interesting is time has been coming up a lot in my readings. The concept of time. I don't know why that is, but you're not the only zodiac sign that's come up for. I think it came up for Sagittarius and maybe Taurus in the December reads. But you know what? If you think about December, you think about the end of the year, you think about the holiday, we're going into a new year. People often think back onto their prior year. And the concept of time, although we're always bound by it, becomes more obvious to people. And then they're like, holy crap, I just wasted the past 10 years in a situation I hate. But somehow it didn't dawn on me until January 1st. You know, like the New Year's Eve does something weird to people where they have a moment of enlightenment. And now whether they keep that enlightenment or not, that's up to them. But It is a look back period, and so it makes sense that I'm getting that for a lot of the zodiac signs, you know. I feel like I don't have all, and FYI, I saged all of my cards and shuffled them before I started this live because I was already doing readings this morning. That's why I didn't do it on camera, in case you're wondering. But I don't have all my crystals here, and that it's bothering me. So, okay. I like to hold this one. I don't know why. That's my favorite one. I didn't used to believe in stones and rocks and all of that, but I'm telling you, maybe it's all in my head, but I just feel better having them around. I don't know why. I just do. Anyways, Leo. No. Did I skip Gemini? Oh my gosh! Gemini! You probably want to slap me right now. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I did Aries, Taurus, and then I went into Cancer, didn't I? I skipped right over Gemini. You know what? It's nothing against you, Gemini. I'm a Gemini rising. Sorry. Wow, scattered brain much. Sorry, so sorry. Gemini. Gemini. You know what? I don't believe that in coincidences, so I'm going to say that there must be a reason I skipped Gemini. So, Gemini, you have the Ten of Pentacles out, which, you know what? I don't see Shaylee in here, and she's my Gemini moderator. Maybe subconsciously I was waiting for her to join or something. All right, you have the Ten of Pentacles and the card of Uranus, which is all about revolution, right? It's about breakthroughs and brainstorming, originality, insight. It's also about freedom and the unexpected. All right, so what's interesting is that it's paired with the Ten of Pentacles, which is your support system. So you might be getting some insight into your support system, whether that's financial or family or intimate, you know, and it's like, I guess gaining a new perspective on that this upcoming week. So I also think that this energy is highly erratic, which would make sense since I just skipped over you. And that's not like me. It also talks about the unexpected, like I said. So I feel like hold on to your seats because you're going to need some support this week more than likely, or you're going to want to stay grounded because I feel like the energy around you might be a little chaotic, okay? And then as I look down, I see I pulled the Seven of Swords here. Great. That was sarcasm. That might be your approach to life this week, Gemini. Like, great. Yeah, whatever. You know, you might be a bit sarcastic this week. Especially if you have a lot of chaos going on up here. But there's some sort of cover up here, lie, deceit. What are you covering up? You're covering up the fact that your brain is a Monopoly game right now. Or not a Monopoly game, like it's like a maze. You ever seen the movie Maze Runner, Gemini? The movie is like it's an excellent movie, by the way, but basically it's this enormous maze that they have to run through, and like each ending is just another new beginning, right? So what are they running from? Nothing really. It turns out it's all an illusion. Not to ruin the movie for you if you haven't watched it yet, but it's all, you know, it's not real. That's what I feel. I don't know what that's pertaining to. Let's see. Then you have the Nine of Wands, the Magician, the Ten of Pentacles. What in the world? Okay, so Gemini, there's this energy here of, you know, karma's at play this week, okay? Most definitely. You have the Ten of Pentacles out twice. So here's what I want to reassure you of, Gemini. You have support around you. You have the support you need. You have everything that you need to overcome this energy, okay? So I want to rest assured of that. But it does seem that, you know, there's things going on in the background you might not be aware of going on this week, okay? For some of you, it's in the workplace. For others of you, it's in love. And I feel like somebody's like manipulating behind the scenes. But karma's here to say that that's what, you know, they will reap what they sow. And I feel like you're fully supported in this situation, okay? But I do feel like it's a bit of a mind game here. Your reading is confusing me. Your last reading confused me. So I feel like be careful not to get stuck in your mind during this upcoming week, especially if somebody's trying to manipulate. Don't let them win, because you have support around you, you know, so don't let it take away from that, okay? I feel like it's kind of similar to Cancer's reading where you want to free yourself from this type of energy here. Some of you might be covering up the fact that you're planning to, you know, do some things, manifest things, but maybe not telling everyone because you're not ready to reveal that yet. For others of you, this is someone you're dealing with, and I don't like them. I'm sorry. I don't like their energy. I shouldn't say them. Because there's a bit of deception here, and it could be within your social support circle. Like somebody that pretends to be supportive, but they're not. Well, they're going to reap what they sow. But at the same time, it still might hurt you. It still might mess with your mind because maybe you leaned on this person at some point in time, or you found support in them at some point in time, or they you. It can be interchangeable. Now I see why I accidentally jumped over you. Yeah. So more than likely dealing with a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag. It could be another air sign, earth, water. I don't know what to make of that one. That's what I have for you. For some reason, I don't want to move on, but I don't have any other messages. I don't know why that is. I just don't want to leave you hanging, but I had somebody comment on one of my videos the other day, and they meant it very well intending. So, you know, not saying anything bad about the comment. But she said, can you end your readings with more of like a wrap up or of like advice, or, you know, kind of wrap the story up at the end? And the reason why I don't do that is because that's not realistic to life. Does every day that you live end with a nice little wrap up? No. You know, it's nice in storybooks and in movies that we can have that ending, but it's not realistic in real life that there's going to be a nice punctuation at the end of each sentence, because we're still experiencing it and we're still living in it, and you have free will. So that's why I don't do that, because it's not my job to tell you the end of the story. It's my job to tell you the present energy. You decide the end of the story, right? So even though I thought that comment was, you know, well intended, and thank you for the suggestion, that's why I don't do it. You know, because life doesn't come in a nicely gifted bubble wrap, you know. So All right, now Leo. So sorry, guys. Leo. Get back in there. Leo. No way. Oh, come on. This is the third time I've gotten this card, Ten of Pentacles. You might be linked to a Gemini. You could be linked to a Taurus. At the bottom of the deck is the Sun card there. So let's see what's going on with Leo. So you have the card of Pluto and the semi-sextile card of allowing. So this is all about change and transformation, and your personal power, regaining that, going through different cycles, death and rebirth, and it's all linked to your support system, the support around you. And the reason that you're going to be going through these changes this upcoming week is because it's encouraging you to see the potential that lies ahead. Okay, so this, use your intuition this upcoming week. There will be rewards, although the energy may seem very extreme and chaotic during this time frame. You might be very suspicious during this time frame, okay, with the planet of Pluto here, or the people around you may be acting suspicious, or it's just yeah, that's how I feel. But I think that the encouragement is to see things for what they are, for the truth, for the reality, and that you realize that this is all happening for your highest good, your growth, okay? So, then you have the Four of Pentacles, Leo. This is that fixed nature of a Leo. It could be dealing with another fixed sign, another Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, or Aquarius. This is like picking through all of the fine details, okay? Then you have the Six of Wands, which is getting that success. That's what I talked about. So, to be very mundane, if you want to build up your wealth, then you need to invest wisely, okay? Some of you might be saving your time, money, or energy, or need to, in order to be able to do that, okay? And you might need some assistance from the bank. And if you're looking for like financial assistance or something to do with that, then I see success here this upcoming period and being able to plant those seeds finally. That's a super specific message, so that's not going to be for all of you. The rest of you, it's just kind of like willing to bet the bank on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of you are betting on yourself and you're betting to win, and you're going to win, right? It's a very fixed position, though. It's like, I know this is going to pan out and I'm going to stick with it. And I feel like there's this energy around you that's asking you to be a little bit changeable, because it may not come the way you think it's going to be. There might be unexpected barriers, but I feel like if you're consistent and you stay the course, then you'll see some successes this upcoming week, which is nice. A lot of the similar energies here. I want to know what the suspicion is about. So it actually came out like this. This is the Two of Pentacles, and it's in the reverse. Not being able to see it from another's point of view. So be careful with that. That could be where the suspicion is. You might be going through something emotional and someone can't see it from your point of view, and or you have someone in your life that may be a little closed off and going through something emotional, and you can't see it. Like, you can't understand it from their point of view. You're having trouble understanding this. And that's where the suspicion comes in. So you may do a little bit of poking around to see, like, is this person getting attention elsewhere? Or are they you? This could be someone doing this to you. Keep in mind, it goes back and forth. But I don't see like the Seven of Swords here. I don't see like lying or deceit. I see someone who's going through something emotionally and they're trying to come out of it and have a new beginning here. So suspicions might be raised, okay, this upcoming week as far as you know, what you can trust and what you can't trust. But I feel like you actually have a lot of good support around you, Leo. And so maybe the reason you don't trust is some more of a reflection of yourself, of your inner self. You know what I'm saying? So like this person is failing to see that what they're suspicioning is actually something inside of them that needs to be healed. And like I said, that could be you, or you could be dealing with someone who is always like that with you, like always questioning you, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You know, like, and it's like, I'm not doing anything. I'm processing my emotions. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like this person is likely going to come out of this energy soon here because they're ready to swing this energy forward. Yeah, it could just be this person doesn't like to share what they're feeling. You know, they're just not open to it, and or you aren't. Not this week. So it could be dealing with a Scorpio, could be dealing with an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sag, or they could have that in their sun, moon, or rising. Okay, or I also saw this in Gemini and Taurus, or a fixed sign, Aquarius, Leo. All right, so I'm going to take a little tiny break. See what you guys are saying. So is there, are we being good in the chat? I'm just trying to keep up with some of your chats. Are we being good? It's the holiday season. A doop-de-doo. Tickety-tock. I don't think that's how the song is. Kylie Jennifer, you're being bad? Oh, really? There was one person in here. What'd they say? Can you put it in the chat what they said? I didn't see it. Oh well. Don't ask. Okay. I trust you. You want to tell me? My God, was it that bad? Was it sexual? Because those are the grossest. So now we're going to go to Virgo. At Virgo, I just did your reading, and it will be up later today. Sorry, give me 1 second. Was it Old Man Bob? Was that who it was? Old Man Bob. You look frightening. Oh my God. All right. Okay. Takes all kinds. You know what I'm saying? You drop kick that old man. Thank you. Thank you for reporting them, Southern RN. I'm sure it is the same person that creates multiple fake accounts. Um, but, eh. Um, gross. All right. I'm not going to pay that any more attention. Virgo, back to you. So, Virgo, anyways, your reading's going to be up later today. It was an intense read. I'm not going to lie to you. It wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad read. It was intense. And it also had to deal with the concept of time. And if I don't quit getting that Hootie and the Blowfish time song in my head, like, I really feel like, okay, I need another song to demonstrate time because that song has been in my head. And not that I have anything against Hootie and the Blowfish, but like I'm not that into it. So, Virgo. Oh, Virgo. Now you have the Knight of Swords here, which is drama for your mama. So watch for any drama this week. Watch the words you choose. Watch, the way that you say things, because you might incite drama, or there might be somebody looking for that, okay? I felt this energy of Virgo in your last reading that you are going to isolate yourself from anything like that. So I don't feel this is you bringing it to someone else. I feel like it's being brought to you, but it could be interchangeable. Then you have the numinous energy here. So this is all about the unknown. And, I feel like if there's been something unknown, you're going to hear about it, whether from this person or hearsay or gossip, okay? But I feel like you kind of don't want any part of that drama. You don't want any part of that. Not this week. I felt kind of an isolating type of energy in December. Thank you for purchasing a membership, Jasmine. Appreciate you. So I see that here. This is about going in and getting enlightenment, and distancing yourself a little bit, having that space, right? Then you have the sun energy here, Virgo. Nice. So I feel like some of you might be getting good communication in this upcoming week, something that you've been waiting on. Maybe your intuition kind of clued you in that you would be getting some news or some good communication, and here it is this week. For others of you, this is just like maintaining a positive attitude of regardless of what BS comes your way, okay? Staying objective as well. Staying in more of the mediator position is going to be important, especially with the Queen of Swords here. So I feel like, this is being more analytical in your approach. I feel like you're not going to be schmoozed over, okay? Not this upcoming week, Virgo. I feel like you're much more of like, I am going to think about every exact word you said and make sure it lines up perfectly to what I think you meant. I feel like you're going to be a bit of an analytical energy. So if somebody is like a quick communicator, they're coming at you with their words, I feel like you're going to take what they say and match it up against their actions, and does it match, and put the pieces together. I feel like like there's something in you that may just trigger you to look a little bit deeper into it. So if, like, say you ask somebody, is this possible, or can I do this, and they don't even research it, and they just come back, nope. Or, you send an email out at work or something, and you're like, do you think we could do it this way? And you get an email back within 5 seconds, so you could tell they put no thought into it, and they say, nope. Like, there'll be something inside of you that says, let me ask someone else. Or, yeah, I don't believe that answer, so I'm going to go to your boss. Or, I'm going to go over your head. Or that's just an example of what it could look like. But it doesn't have to be career. It could be like family or love, where it's like somebody wants to give you the right and quick answer, but there's something there that's No, like they don't have all the information or something. And I feel like you're in this energy of illumination, okay? The sun over the moon, illuminating that, and being able to see through that this upcoming week, I feel. If you're dealing with an air sign, definite cautious, or a Leo, there's something you don't know here, or you don't know all of the truth. You might be judging someone without really knowing or understanding everything about them or the situation, so be cautious with that. Or there just might be an air of mystery here and you're trying to figure it out. Yeah, Two of Swords, King of Pentacles, Judgment. Yeah, so some of you, like I said, you're not being given all of the information or you don't have all of the information, all right? But I feel like, with a little bit of digging and analytics, and that's your strong suit, Virgo, then I feel like you will get that information here. And it'll be kind of freeing because you'll be able to be like, I told you so. Told you so. That's like Virgo's favorite phrase. Told you so. Don't deny it, Virgo. Don't deny it. you know. So yeah, I feel whatever it is, it's liberating. It kind of gets rid of this indecisive energy here. It becomes more decisive. Allows you to become more decisive. Could be dealing with an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, like I said, Leo, or another earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, or Pisces. All right. It's funny that you say that, Southern RN, about the third party stuff. I didn't see a third party here, but I mean some of you could. But I did see that in Sagittarius's reading that I have not posted yet. So it'll be up later today. But I have seen that in a lot of the readings. A lot of stuff coming out, right? 'Tis the season. All right, Libra, your card already flipped and I didn't even get a chance to think about it. Libra, here you are, King of Swords, decisions. I also have your December reading done. It will be up soon. This is all about being the decision maker. It's kind of a cold type of energy, so you might be all about business this week, or like all about the day-to-day, not necessarily like soft and gushy, and then it's about the 10th house of reputation. So like I said, this energy is more about your responsibilities, your achievements, being competent, standing up, building your empire, okay, especially in, like I said, career, being in boss mode if you are. Libra, you're a very intelligent sign, okay? So I feel like use that to your advantage this upcoming week. Yeah, and here's the Eight of Pentacles, building on that. Who else was all about business? Was it Aries? Could be linked to an Aries. Or have Aries like in your sun, moon, or rising. So yeah, building on that, Eight of Pentacles is putting your time and your energy into things that will eventually give you time and energy, right? So it's a wise investment here. And then the Seven of Cups. So why the confusion then? Why the confusion? Some of you aren't sure if what you're putting your time and your energy is going to be worth it. So you're questioning that. And then here's the Star card. So some of you, it's like, am I going to get a return on investment in this? And you're not entirely sure. Okay. But I feel like actually, yes, that it looks good, whether this is career or love, that if you put work into it, put work into yourself, you have healing, you have hope, especially if it's with an Aquarius, but it can be any zodiac sign. But yet there's confusion here, or there's being energy placed in too many different directions. And so what is that about? The Moon and the King of Cups. Holy crap. All right. Libra. I feel like there is this side of you that comes out very certain, very, very assertive, very hardworking, very, look at me, I'm the star, right? Libra, you are the star, you know? And then there's this other piece that's like, well, I'm not sure what other people think about me. What about my reputation? I wonder what that person thinks about me. Like, do I even like myself? Look at, she's looking at herself in the mirror, beating herself up. Well, maybe if I do it this way, maybe if I pull this back, maybe if I was 10 pounds lighter, maybe if I had this, maybe if I had that, you know, like all of those things that run through our minds as human beings. And then it's like, oh, screw it, you know, I'm just gonna suppress it, or just like tuck that little insecurity in my back pocket, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to shine this week and I want to show my more assertive side. So I feel like there's a piece there that needs to be reconciled. Okay, for others of you, it's two separate people, where I feel you, Libra, are more than likely the one that's being assertive, coming off as an air sign, you know, being hopeful, working on that. And you might be dealing with someone like that who is all worried about their freaking reputation, but they're confused about who they are. So why do they even care about their reputation? And they, you know, have trouble seeing the reality or the truth of themselves, and they may emotionally suppress because of it. It's like, you all worried about your reputation, but you don't even know who you are. So screw your reputation, figure out yourself first. That's how I feel. If you're a cross-watcher, you're probably mad at me. But I just feel like if it's not you, then it's someone you're dealing with. And some of you, this is you. So keep it real, because I can tell you, we all slip into that sometimes. Letting other people tell us who we are. You're not your reputation. And you might be telling this person that you're not your reputation. Who cares what other people think? Or somebody might be telling you that. Like if you've gotten overly involved in that, or overly consumed with that. Don't mind my dogs. The UPS guys here. So they're gonna bark like crazy for a moment, and we're just gonna wait it out. So the joy of having animals. You could be dealing with Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus are the primary zodiac signs I see. So that was Libra. Did your dogs bark at my dogs? As soon as I saw the mail lady come up, I was like, oh, great. Here we go. Dog life. So, now we're going to go into Scorpio. I think they're done barking now. I'm glad you love my channel. Thank you for coming. 154 of you in here. That's what's up. Give me a thumbs up. So they're changing the YouTube licensing agreement, and it's got a lot of people nervous. They apparently the FTC, am I saying it right? They are planning to do a clean sweep of YouTube on January 1st, meaning they're going to delete any account that they find offensive or not in alignment with whatever the FTC guidelines are. And as a YouTube creator, I have zero rights or say so in any of it. So I may or may not be here on January 1st. I don't think I post anything offensive, but you never know. Thank you for the $50. Carmen. I love you too. Thanks. Thank you for the super chat. So I don't know what that means. I think it's mostly directed at channels that have kids content, because they're trying to crack down on these idiots that keep making these YouTube channel and they keep saying they're for kids. But then if you watch them, they use the most foul language and our children are watching them. You know what I'm saying? Like the gaming YouTubers where it's like they play video games, but they're talking like drunken sailors. You know what I'm saying? So I think they're trying to limit those types of channels. I think that's the scope. But the new license agreement says basically that they can delete you at any time, which I've always known, because I don't own YouTube. YouTube pays me. And if they decide tomorrow they don't like me, oh well. That's why I keep a Facebook and Instagram going as well, just in case this one ever goes away, then I could pick up on one of my other social media platforms. And I have a website. I could use my website. It's just hard to get traffic through it. So just FYI, a lot of creators are going to be talking about this. And so some of you have sent me videos on it. I'm not scared. I don't do anything inappropriate on my channel. But at the same time, I don't have any control over it. So I'm not going to worry about it. If they do it, they do it. We'll pick up somewhere else. Okay. So, but yeah, they made us go in and label our channels for kids or not for kids. Mine's not for kids. And I've always said that. But yeah, I'm not worried about it because why worry over something you can't control? I'm sure you guys will follow me over to the next platform. But yeah, that's what I think it's about. It's more geared towards the gaming people. They're going to cut their monetization, which is a big deal because some of those people are making a lot of money and they're going to cut their monetization for anything directed solely at children or labeled like children, whatever. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about that. I just needed a break for a second. All right, Scorpio. So, Scorpio, you have the sun here. Could be dealing with a Leo or have that in your chart, and or that's just the energy around you. And then the Eight of Swords. So interesting, the sun is talking about happiness, positivity, and then the Eight of Swords is talking about restricting that. So some of you may literally be restricting yourself from a Leo, and or you might be restricting yourself from something that has the potential to make you very happy. And why would that be, Scorpio? Well, without pulling any cards, I can tell you from your Scorpio nature, it's probably because you don't trust. But we'll get cards out and see if that's what the reality is. And then here's the 10th house of reputation. Some of you might be on the cusp of Libra, have that in your chart, because they just got this energy here. Some of you restrict yourself from tapping into a person or a place or a thing that makes you feel happy, actually, but it's all about your reputation and not wanting to damage that. And or someone is doing this to you where it's like they restrict themselves from you because of their reputation, and they don't want that attention being brought to that, or you don't. Okay, this card is also about your achievements and your purpose and building an empire. Some of you let maybe your mind or that not trusting analytical nature stop you from building on your empire, quite literally, or someone you're dealing with, like I said. And this is a short-term energy. I'm not saying for life, but let's see what else. Oh, the Ace of Swords. So I'm really happy to see that, Scorpio, because that's cutting through that. Okay, so if you had been stuck in your head, if you had been self-restricting, if you had been not pushing yourself towards what, would help bring you happiness, I feel like you're going to get clarity and the truth and confirmation that it's okay to move forward, or you're going to cut that behavior out. And for some of you, that's because you're getting, like I said, clarity or communication. And this allows you to become more independent here with the Nine of Pentacles, to be more self-sufficient, okay? So I feel like, yes, the Eight of Swords is here, Scorpio, and it's kind of blocking this energy, but you have free will, and I feel like you're going to utilize that free will and kind of push yourself past that worry of judgment or worry of whatever it is that's been holding you back. I have a Shawn Mendes song in my head. I'm not going to sing it. There's nothing holding me back. I sang it anyways. There's nothing holding you back but you, right? But I feel like you get some sort of information here that makes you happy. That kind of busts through this Eight of Swords energy and makes you feel like you can. Where previously I felt like maybe you can't, or you didn't feel like you had an in, or you weren't able to get to someone, or you were restricting yourself from someone or something. And now I feel like you're going into this energy of, okay, I can. Like I think I can, I can, I don't know. It's great. Like, I kind of feel a little giddy for you. I don't know why. Like a little schoolgirl or something. And then here's the Tower card and Judgment. So here's that analytical piece of you. So you get like some sort of clarity, okay, this upcoming week. And here you are, Scorpio. What are you doing? What a Scorpio does best. You're like, but let me look at it from all angles. Replay it 300 times. Think about it in my head 550 more times before I believe it. Like, I feel like, Scorpio, you're such a good detective that sometimes you like over detective it. Like, you just kill it to death by just, analyzing every single word and every single facial expression and every single, and then you miss that opportunity because of that. You miss opportunities in life when you do that, Scorpio. And I'm not saying don't not be the detective because you don't know how to do that. I'm saying keep it reasonable, right? Because you could easily confuse the situation with the Tower here and like overthink it and be like, did they really mean that? Or am I reading into it? Or like, you know what I'm saying? And like confuse the situation. Or you can have some sort of freedom here, some sort of justice, by somewhat accepting it at face value almost. And makes you more independent here. Some of you want to be freed from judgment, but nobody's judging you. Does that make sense? People are only ever judging themselves, even when it appears they're judging you. When somebody says something judgmental towards you, it's an expression of how they feel about themselves projected at you. Nobody's judging you unless you're judging yourself and you're perceiving that other people are judging you because you're being harsh on yourself. Okay? I don't know how else to put that you could wrap your mind around it. But you restrict yourself by believing that. If you believe that somebody is judging you, you're going to get clarity about that situation, and it's actually good. Unless you overanalyze it, and then it goes the opposite way. So don't overanalyze it this week. Long story short. All right? You could be dealing with, like I said, a Leo or another Scorpio, a Libra, or Aquarius, Gemini, a Pisces. A small possibility of Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. Sagittarius. Happy birthday, Sag. I sing you a birthday song in your reading that I'll post later. It's not the best, but happy birthday to you. Thanks for the $10.17, Candy. Appreciate your super chat. Thank you. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius, you got this card and your overall energy for your December monthly. So I'm not overly surprised that you're getting it again. Although personally, as a reader, I like when each week is a continuation of the prior week. It lets me know that it's not all over the place. And or if I just did a reading for you this morning, it makes me feel good if the message I get out for your weekly coincides with that. So I'm glad to see that again, because I got that this morning when I did your reading. And then you have the numinous here. So both cards essentially mean the same thing: uncertainty and the unknown. Uncertainty and the unknown. Well, okay. So I feel like there's uncertainty in the unknown. Well, no shit, Sagittarius. That's what I wanted to say. But this energy is also asking you to look at the unknown as a challenge and not something to be defeated by. You know, not to let the fear of the unknown stop you from making decisions that you know you need to make, or block your energy this upcoming week, okay? Because I feel like inside, your inner knowing always knows. And if you quiet your mind and you listen to it, you'll hear what your intuition has to say. Also, I don't know if you've ever tried HZ frequencies, Sagittarius, but it's a sound, and you can go on YouTube and look it up. HZ frequencies. There's all different types. You can listen to it while you sleep, and just put it barely on so you don't even really hear it. So just barely where your ear picks it up. And that's a good way to strengthen your intuition, your psychic intuition, and get answers and messages. If you've never heard of it, Google it. It'll explain why and how it works. But it works off the frequencies of your energy, right? Because we're just like one big sack of protons and neurons and electrons. We're one big sack of energy, from our thoughts to our voices to everything you see. So I don't know why I felt the need to go into that rant, but that's important for some of you. So I think it will help you connect. So check that out. Random side note over. So let's see what this is about. Oh, great. Here comes the garbage truck. This is why I don't go live on Mondays. All right, the Emperor energy here. Some of you could be dealing with the Aries. Or you could be on the cusp of Scorpio or have that in your chart, because I have the 9 of Pentacles now. Or it could just be the energy surrounding you. So I feel like there is this air of confidence here, right? Some of you literally have a fire sign or earth sign or Pisces that you don't trust, or you're uncertain about for whatever reason. But I think the ask is that you listen to your intuition to kind of feel the situation out, because your reading for December, Sagittarius, was the person you were dealing with was intense. Like, whoever you're dealing with, Sagittarius, in December, their energy was so dark that I had a caution there. So make sure you check that reading out. There's a lot of unknowns surrounding the situation or the person. Now, not all of you are dealing with the person. Some of you, there's a lot of inner work and darkness in you that you're uncertain about, or you don't want to touch it, or you don't really want to dive that deep into it. And the energy is asking you to do that. I think that you're going to be in this stance this upcoming week where you want to be in control of the situation and stand on your own 2 feet. Okay, I think that's going to be important. It's a very assertive, independent energy on the surface, right? On the surface. But underneath, it's a lot of I don't know what the hell I'm doing type of energy. And that could be you or someone you're dealing with. I feel like, you might emotionally distance yourself this upcoming week, to kind of get a hold of your brain and see what you can come up with here. That would be, advised. Some of you might literally go for a drive, on a trip, to clear your mind. And then the moon card. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I feel like you're doing a lot of shadow work, Sagittarius. This is a very spiritual, ethereal energy. This is beyond your day to day. You could be fully functioning in your day to day, cleaning, going to work, paying bills, and it could appear on the surface that you're just bebopping along, but internally or spiritually or emotionally, there is a lot of shifts happening. And I think it makes you feel a little nervous, because there's a lot of things that you've never dealt with before or never faced before. Some of you might be contemplating time and what happens after we pass, or the spiritual world, or like I feel like your brain is going like a million different directions during this upcoming time period. But on the surface, you're very like, hello, I'm here, day to day, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going on this trip, the spiritual and emotional trip underneath all of that. And although it may feel uncertain or even scary, I think that it's important for you to know that you're grounded, okay, enough to go through that without being nervous. Does that make sense? I feel like that's gonna either hit you right in your heart and that's gonna be for you, or you're not gonna resonate with it at all, because that's a very specific message. And I don't usually go that deep into it, but some of you are going through like a spiritual awakening where you're starting to see the illusion of the matrix of life. Like seeing behind the curtain, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's deep. All right, so it could be dealing with the Aries or a Pisces or air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, or Earth. I have the song The Heart of the Matter in my head. It's time to get down to the heart of the matter. Even if. I've gotten that song before in readings. I don't even know what that has to do with any of the cards that I got out, but it rang, so I sang it. All right, Capricorn. Capricorn, oh my gosh, some of you are on the cusp of Sagittarius, goodness gracious. Capricorn, now that reading surprised me for Sagittarius, because I hadn't been feeling that way in the past couple readings. Now, Capricorn has been having deep, deep readings for, I would say, the entire year that I've been doing readings. And here you have the Death card here, which is about transformation, change, things ending, things beginning, the cycles of life. It also represents Scorpio. Some of you could be dealing with a Scorpio. For others of you, it's talking about the first house of self. And so our outlook on self, our life, our philosophy, our opinions. I think Capricorn, especially if you have Sagittarius in your chart or you're on the cusp, then take Sagittarius's reading, and it's about to continue. So this is all about opening up and becoming aware and awake to the fact that, you are most definitely a much bigger process of creating your reality than you think you are. And it's a very deep transformation here. And it's been going on for you for like ever, it seems. So here it is again. So I feel like there's a cycle ending though this upcoming week, and the 10 of Cups, and I say week, but time is but a concept. It could be week, month, year, wherever it resonates. I'm going to stop putting timelines on my readings because it's going to be different for all of you, but the 10 of Cups is here. So I love that, Capricorn. This is being surrounded by family, by friends, feeling some emotional fulfillment this upcoming week, you know, or having that support in your life, especially if you're going through a lot of changes here, you know, and it's all about, you know, becoming more spiritually awake. So sometimes that can seem very, very scary to our ego, which the first house of self, it talks about the ego. Okay. The ego believes that everything you see, touch, and feel is real because it's programmed to believe that. Your soul knows better. Okay. It sees the connection, the synchronicities, the bigger picture. And there's a connection happening here where you're starting to let the ego die so that the soul can transform. This is, and it's a wonderful thing. It's nothing to be scared of. It's beautiful. It brings you the 10 of Cups. It brings you emotional fulfillment. It makes you smarter. It makes you able to see the connection to all there is, and therefore be more in the power seat to control your own experience. I think that this upcoming week, there's going to be changes, yes, but I feel like they're positive changes in how you feel about yourself, and using that to make you smarter, not harder, and be very analytical in your approach, okay? That's a very high level message there. So I'm going to divide it out. If you're dealing quite literally with a Scorpio, I feel like there's a lot of emotional fulfillment there to be had. And if it's an air sign, then you need to take a look at that again and see how that person makes you feel about yourself. Do they make you feel good? Do they make you feel bad? I think, yeah, the King of Pentacles, this is being grounded. This is building upon what you have. This is having the support around you that you need. If things have been changing or there's a lot of endings that have happened, I feel like you'll have the financial or emotional support that you need to push it forward, okay? So I really like that. And just a side note that it's all in the way that you view it, right? In the way that you think about it, in the way that you view yourself. You could feel walked on, or you could feel fulfilled. The choice is yours. Some of you might have an air sign here, though, that quite literally you feel walks all over your emotions, or earth sign. That's for a few of you. And then I guess what you need to ask yourself is why you would allow someone in your life who does that to you, and what does that say about your boundaries? And what you need to do about that. For others of you, this is just gaining insight into things that you thought you lost and seeing it as a chance to have a renewed cycle instead. Because after an ending comes what? The first house. All right? So it could be dealing with Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Am I still connected? I'm gonna be mad if I'm talking to myself. Okay, my little timer's this screen is frozen over here on my laptop, but this one seems to be still going. All right. Aquarius. You know what? I thought I was going to go shopping, but I'm like an hour and a half into this, and I don't know. I might just stay home. I'm not sure. It's a side note, ADD. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius. Oh, Lord. All right, Aquarius. As I say, like I'm thinking maybe I don't want to go out now. Maybe I want to stay at home. You get the isolation card. So funny. And then the Ace of Swords, which is victory. I feel like Aquarius this upcoming week, you might want to isolate a little bit, but I feel like it's so that you can gain some clarity over a situation, or maybe you need to isolate in order to get the clarity you need or the information you need. Some of you may have felt left out in the cold, but I feel like you're going to get some news or something new communicated here that pulls you out of that energy, more than likely this upcoming week. And then it turns into the semi-sextile. So this is that growth energy I felt in Leo's reading. Some of you may have Leo in your chart or dealing with one. But for others of you, it's seeing the potential, in something that you thought there was no potential in. Seeing growth in something that you thought there couldn't be growth in. Realizing that there is a victory in something that you thought was defeat. You know what I'm saying? It's an energy too about allowing and not pushing the energy. So allowing it to flow to you as opposed to you pushing it. So let's see. It's like whatever has you feeling alone, you'll get clarity as to realizing that it's part of your better growth. You know what I'm saying? And then what else do we have here? Then we have Judgment and the Five of Wands. Oh, geez. So I feel like so you have the Judgment card here over the Five of Pentacles, Five of Wands over the Ace of Swords. The Five of Wands in this deck is an interesting representation. It's somebody lighting a match, right? And it's falling under the Ace of Swords. So I actually don't see that as a negative thing. It's like that illumination is coming here. Okay, and it might come through a person that you've had conflict with in the past, or it might come through as conflict, but yet that conflict or that person somehow gives you clarity. Okay, so I feel like you're being freed from this isolating energy because enough time has passed, or you've distanced yourself long enough that either it's because you don't care anymore about being judged, so you're going to push yourself out of that by communicating that, or you're freeing yourself from it simply because you're not going to give attention to it anymore. I can see a few different ways this could pan out, but let's see. And then the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so whatever may seem like risky, I actually think will present an opportunity to grow something that you thought you could not grow before. So like some of you are tired of feeling left out or tired of feeling alone, and so you're making the decision to communicate and light that, almost said a bad word, light that bitch up yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like some of you, I understand this. And that's actually going to allow for things to grow. Like when you when you have like a forest fire, to give you an example. Yeah, it decimates everything, right? But what does it allow for? It allows for new growth, and usually it comes back tenfold, right? So I feel like some of you are going to set that bitch on fire and you know you're going to watch it burn, but at the same time, you're going to see that growth come out of it. And this could be anything, but I don't feel like it's not without knowing. So whatever you're getting ready to embark upon, it's with intention. It's intentional. It's intentional because you want to push the energy forward and have a new opportunity here. Now, for some of you, this could be someone you're dealing with that feels left out in the cold. They feel judged. They want to be in control of the situation. They're purposely starting conflict to try and get some clarity about where maybe your mind is at. And it's so funny because if that's the case, you're over here not even looking in that direction, and you're like, I gotta get my coin. Like, you're not paying attention to the situation yet, but I think it's going to get your attention. All right, that's my guess. Or you're going to continue to not give it attention. Ace of Wands. Yeah, so there's a spark here. If it's not you doing it and it's someone else, Aquarius, I think that most of you won't give it any attention, you know, because your back is turned to the situation. Some of you will let it get to you and maybe spark some either passion inside of you for a moment, or it'll spark your temper. But just like a match, matches aren't meant to stay lit. It'll be a flash in the pan, you know what I'm saying? Like, so it might work, but it'll be just a blip. And then you'll be back to plugging away at whatever you were plugging away at. It won't be long lasting, you know what I'm saying? If it's you doing it, same message. You know, if it's you doing it and you want to come out of this energy, and so you're gonna, you know, spark some, I don't know, spark some passion here or conflict, you know, then I feel like it's weird because if it's you doing it, Aquarius, it actually helps you out. Don't ask me why. And because it seems biased for your cross watcher. Like, how come if they do it, it doesn't work, but if you do it, it works? I don't know the answer to that without pulling more cards, and I'm not going to keep circling this. But I feel like for some reason, Aquarius, if you light the fire, it pushes your energy into new potentials. But if this person tries to ignite it, you know what it's all about? I think it's about the underlying intention. So I feel like your intention would be to push a stagnant energy forward. This person's intention is to try and start conflict. So that's how karma works. Both are doing the same thing, but one has good intentions, one has bad intentions. So for one, it doesn't work. Nothing changes. And for the other, it actually opens up more doors. Do you see what I'm saying? So keep your intentions good is what I'm telling you, because it'll go one of two ways, right? So I feel like if the intent is to push growth forward, go for it, light that fire. If the intention is just to stir shit up and start some conflict, it won't work. Vice versa, if you're dealing with someone, then that's advice for them as well. So, that's Aquarius. You could be dealing with obviously a fire sign. Lots of fire here. Aries, Leo, Sag. But also Libra is here. And Earth, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And could be air. And could be Scorpio, because they had the same cards in their reading as well. Pisces. Pisces. You have to kind of process that one. Me too. You and me both. Some Aquarius too. As confused as you are. Pisces. It's good. I always encourage people to come back and listen to the reading a couple more times. And a lot of times they make more sense after the time period is passed. So like right now would be a good time to go watch the November reads and see what happened. FYI. Pisces. Ooh, Pisces, you got your own card out, which is the Moon card. Talks about dreams. You know, for any other sign but Pisces, I would say this could represent confusion. But Pisces, this is where you like to live. This is that dreamy piece of you. Some of you might literally need some sleep, FYI. This is that intuitive piece of you, that softer side of you, and tapping into that this upcoming week, okay? I feel like some of you may be getting messages or callings in your dreams. And although some zodiac signs don't always remember their dreams, Pisces is usually in tune with their dreams. Most of you are anyways. And then you have Libra here, which is the idealist. So this is a harmonious, cooperative type of energy. Taurus had this in their December readings, so could be dealing with the Taurus as well. For the rest of you, it's like being considerate of others, being graceful in the way that you handle situations. Don't mind the light. I can't help it. But, and it's like right on me too. The sun came out. This is being, like I said, graceful and considerate, obliging. But don't let it become like pushover. You know, don't become a pushover or a people pleaser or, you know, get too soft with your energy, Pisces, because sometimes people take advantage of the zodiac sign of Pisces because of that, you know. But I feel like it's all about harmony, peace of mind during this upcoming week. Then you have the Ace of Pentacles here. Whoa. Okay. Trying to remember how they came out. Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, 8 of Swords, but it's in the reverse. 9 of Swords. Oh my God. Ace of Cups. Pisces, I feel like there's definitely some new opportunities, especially within work environments, but I feel like there's an opportunity to really hone in on your craft during this upcoming week, all right? I feel like it's advisable to put your energy in that arena or like with commitments or like with your day-to-day, because I feel like there's transformations happening here, you know, things that you used to think, changing those thoughts and coming out of that. And what I mean by that is like self-deprecating thoughts, like negative self-thinking. I feel like that could be a problem this upcoming week, right? With the 8 of Swords in reverse and then the 9 of Swords. It's like all up in your head. It's too much. It's too much. You know, you might need to take a break from that and just concentrate on what you have to do in the present moment, right? Because when we get overwhelmed is when we start thinking about what we have to do tomorrow. Like, oh man, I got a busy week this week. I have to do this on Tuesday and this on Wednesday and this on Thursday and blah, blah, blah. Well, you know what? I hate to break it to you, but none of us are guaranteed tomorrow. So why are you going to worry about something you don't even have to worry about today? You know what I'm saying? So it's asking you to look at it that way. The only thing you have to worry about is your next 5 minutes. And in your next 5 minutes, then you can worry about the next 5 minutes. You know, like it's okay to future plan, but it's not okay to get obsessive over it and to obsessively worry about it or take on the problems of tomorrow with today's energy, because you don't have tomorrow's energy. You only have today's energy. You know what I'm saying? So use it wisely. You have the Ace of Cups here. But the Ace of Cups in this deck is a little bit darker than the traditional deck, and it fell under the Ten of Swords. So there's some sort of transformation going on emotionally with you. Okay, so I feel like taking whatever has hurt you in the past and letting it make you become the butterfly, right? I like that the Ten of Swords is represented by the butterfly. In this deck, it's a much nicer representation because it talks about how change or how sometimes pain can help us to evolve rather than how I guess it's necessary, you know what I'm saying? And so taking that anything that's been painful in the past and letting it make you evolve into a better being that can give love easier than maybe it had been shown to you. This is a deep reading. I don't think this is a weekly. I'm saying, like, this seems like more of a life purpose reading right here. You know, and it's somehow connected to your dreams and your soul state. I've been getting a lot of these today. So who else had this? Capricorn, Sagittarius could be linked to them. I just think that you might have a lot of stressors in your day to day this upcoming week, but you have the energy to do it. And also, you know, in love, don't be naive. You know, if don't go back to the same thing that hurt you the first time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there's a caution here with that, and letting love into your life and to transform you in a good way, not in a harmful way. Woo! That sun came out. Holy cow. Can you guys even see me? I can't see the camera anymore. And then the Ace of Swords here. The Lover's card, and then the Page of Wands. So that's that clarity I was talking about, and making the decision to love yourself this week. Have some new energy here. If it comes to if you've had someone that's betrayed you in the past, but you have had a lot of love for them, I think you're going to get clarity on that in order to make a decision to move forward from that this week. And the clarity may be coming from your own intuition or dreams. I don't feel like it's directly from this person. I feel like it's something that helps you break through this disastrous mess of your brain this week. That's for a group of you that had an ending. I see that here. Yep. So it could be dealing with a Libra or a Gemini, Aries, another Pisces, Aquarius. Like I said, similar readings in Sagittarius and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. That's what I got for you guys today. Oh my goodness. So, hour and 53 minutes. There goes my entire day. Just kidding. So, I actually do have some funny stories from the weekend. And I want to talk to you about what I call the curse of an Aquarius. So if you are an Aquarius or you're dealing with one and you want to understand why I feel the sign of Aquarius is cursed, then you can join me on my other channel. I'll be live there in about 15 minutes or so. I want to let myself get set up. And I'm going to relate it all back to this past weekend and what happened to me during the holiday season. So if you're interested in hearing that, you can go to my other channel, Tarot Talks with Dana. It is linked in the description box below. I'll also post it in the community section after I go live if you miss it live. So, yep, that's what I'm going to talk about today. If you're a member, thank you so much. I am new to getting my membership page up, so please be patient with me, but I will be doing bonus readings in between the weeks that I do my public readings. So like this week, I've done all the public readings, all 12 zodiac signs. So next week, I'll do readings just for my members. So there is more content coming, I promise. So stay tuned there. And I'll continue to do the live chats there when I'm able to, and I'll continue to pull people out of the chat to do private readings on. So make sure you don't miss those. And otherwise, I hope you guys have a lovely week. I hope it resonated for you. Please do like, share, subscribe, and join. Until next time, love you so much. Namaste.